Pain is inevitable in life. Every single person experiences pain, whether it's physical, emotional, or mental. And when we experience pain, our natural instinct is to try and escape it. But what if I told you that your pain is actually your greatest asset? What if I told you that your pain is what will make you unstoppable? You see, pain is unavoidable. It's going to happen no matter what. You can't avoid it forever. So the question isn't, how do I avoid pain? The real question is, how do I use my pain to become stronger? How do I turn my pain into power? In this video, we're going to discuss 3 ways to turn your pain into power. Number 1. Understand that suffering is optional. Number 2. Make pain your partner. And number 3. Give your pain meaning. Before we get started, I want you to know that this video was inspired by one of my all-time favorite books, The Obstacle is the Way by Ryan Holiday. This book has been a game changer for me in my life, and I think if you read this book, it will change your life as well. Now let's begin. Point number 1. Understand that suffering is optional. Most of the pain that we experience in life is optional. Why is that? Because we have a choice whether we want to make the pain into a bigger deal than it is or not. For example, let's say you just got rejected by a girl. Now, statistically speaking, the right girl out there for you is probably out there thinking about you right now. And the fact that this other girl rejected you doesn't mean anything bad about you. However, if you choose to believe that she rejected you because you're not good enough, then you've turned this situation into something that it's not. You see, pain itself is not bad. In fact, I believe that pain is necessary for growth. But making the pain worse by adding unnecessary stories to it is where things go wrong. The Buddha said, "We are the sum of our choices." This means that our happiness is dependent upon the choices that we make every single day. We always have a choice whether we want to make the pain bigger or not. So the first step to turning your pain into power is to remember that suffering is optional. Don't allow yourself to make your pain into something that it's not. Point number 2. Make pain your partner. Pain is an unavoidable part of life. Just like death and taxes, pain is inevitable. So trying to run away from it or pretend like it does not exist is just going to make things worse. Instead, you need to learn how to work with pain. You need to learn how to use it to your advantage. Ryan Holiday says, "The obstacle is the way." This means that the thing that you're trying to avoid is actually the thing that's going to help you the most. For example, let's say you're trying to lose weight and get in shape. Well, you're going to have to lift weights. And when you lift weights, it's going to hurt. But you need to learn how to use that pain to your advantage. Instead of seeing the pain as a negative thing, you need to see it as a positive thing. The pain that you feel when lifting weights is actually what's going to make you stronger. The same is true with everything else in life. When we experience pain, we have 2 options. We can either try and avoid it, or we can learn how to use it to our advantage. The key to success is learning how to use pain to your advantage. This is how you turn your pain into power. This is how you become unstoppable. Ryan Holiday says, "We cannot avoid the fact that life is hard. Life will always be hard. The obstacles will continue to present themselves. The challenges will never end. They will merely change. Therefore, we must make it a part of our philosophy to turn every obstacle into a chance to improve our skill, our wisdom, our self-confidence, and our power. This is the only way to live a successful and happy life. Accept that life is hard and learn how to use the pain to your advantage. This is what it means to be a warrior. This is what it means to be an overcomer." Point number 3. Give your pain meaning. One of the best ways to turn your pain into power is to give your pain meaning. When you have a why that is bigger than your pain, then your pain becomes a small price to pay for a much bigger reward. For example, let's say you're trying to build a business. Building a business is not easy. There's a lot of hard work and a lot of long hours involved. But if you have a why that is bigger than the pain, then the pain becomes a small price to pay for the bigger reward. Why? Because you know that the business that you're building is going to provide financial freedom for you and your family. It's going to give you the ability to live life on your own terms. And it's going to give you the opportunity to make a positive impact on the world. When you have a why that is bigger than the pain becomes a small price to pay. Viktor Frankl said, "For success, like happiness, cannot be pursued. It must ensue. And it only does so as the unintended side effect of one's personal dedication to a cause greater than one's self." Happiness must happen, and the same holds for success. Have to let it happen, and the less we try to chase it, the more it eludes us. But when we are fully engaged in something else and have found our why, then it all begins to fall into place and appears almost with a life of its own. The key to success is to find your why. You need to find something that is bigger than your pain, something that is worth sacrificing for, something that is worth fighting for. When you find your why, then your pain becomes a small price to pay for the bigger reward. Now, I want you to take some time and really think about this. What is your why? What are you fighting for? Once you figure this out, then you'll have the strength and power to overcome any obstacle that comes your way. In conclusion, pain is inevitable. It's a part of life. But the way that we respond to pain is what matters. If you choose to see the pain as a negative thing, then it will destroy you. But if you choose to see the pain as a positive thing, then it will make you unstoppable. Remember that suffering is optional. Make pain your partner and give your pain meaning. These are 3 ways to turn your pain into power. I hope this video has inspired you and helped you to see that your pain is not a curse, but a blessing. Use your pain to make yourself stronger, wiser, and more compassionate. And never forget that you are more than your pain. Thank you for watching.